you have a thing, and like, perhaps if you're eating pizza, like a huge pizza and it's huge, and probably you can't eat it all, so you're probably going to eat one half and give the other half to someone. That's the same with this sub. So draw a line through the middle so it's kind of equal.
Okay, so if I'm going to draw it in the middle, is that equal?
No.
How do I know, how can I make something perfectly equal? What do I actually need to do to make something totally equal? What do I need to do to make something totally equal? Now, John?
You have to get if you got pretend there's two meters and 2 meters, and then it can be equal and just put in the middle for them.
Okay, so I'm going to have to measure it. And when I measure it, what do I have to end up doing then? Let's make this 80, sorry. So it's 80 centimeters. So what do I do with it? How do I know I'm going to have it exactly 2 pieces? What do I have to do? Great.
So you put the ruler there, where's the 40 equal line?
Why should it be 40 though?
Is 40 and 40 make 80.
40 and 40 make 80?
And it's a double. And doubles are equal numbers.
So if I'm doubling, what else have I done? So I've doubled it in the sense of 1 piece and 1 piece. What else though have I done to my whole sub? I've cut it. Samema? I measured it, but what have I done to my whole sub? What have I done to it? Yes, I've cut it in half. Do you know the word for that? What I thought? Yeah. So what does that mean when I take one thing and I make 2 out of it?
You divided it.
I've divided the sub? Oh. So yes, what would this piece right here be worth of my whole sub? You've already kind of said it. Ivry?
40.
This is worth 40? It is 40 centimeters, but out of my whole, what is that worth?
Is this fraction?
I don't know, is it?
I think so.
What is this?
40.
How many pieces is that?
1.
1 out of how many pieces?
2.
2.
1 out of 2.
So 1 times.
So 1 out of 2. I can also say 1.
Line 2.
Or 1 divided by all the same 3 things, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually worth 1 half. And this is 1 half. And together, what does it equal? 1 half plus 1 half equals?
2 halves.
Which is also?
2.
What's 2 divided by 2?
2
Divided by 2 is 4.
That's multiplied. What do I have? If I put 2 together, what did I start with?
1.
What did I start with?
40.
Pardon me?
80 centimeters.
80 centimeters, or how many subs?
1.
I then cut it in half. I ended up having 2 subs. Put it back together, I have 80 subs.
80 cells. 40.
How many subs do I, if I put it back together, how many subs do I have?
1.
Yeah. Any number divided by itself? So, you can take the brown piece. How are we going to do it besides measuring? What's a way we can figure out the brown piece? Don't cut yet. What's one way we can figure out the brown piece? How do I know where half is exactly? Amrit, what did you do?
So like first, I did a piece of paper and did this.
Did everyone see that? said that you took the piece, lined up the edges, and folded it. And make sure you're doing your brown piece, please, okay? So you can do that, make sure you have, and you'll have, how many pieces? You know you did it right when you have, how many pieces will you have? 2. And they're each worth, and then you can just pull them apart. They rip, if you fold them really, really close together. Yep, measure them up. Then measure them up. Well, line them up. Line your edges up and then fold.
Do you have and the story wheel? I'm Google document to you, so you can use it.
So, I was all ready. Cut the sub in half, and I'm sitting there going, you saw how big that was, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm still gonna have a pretty big piece. Still gonna have it. The sub, honestly, the sub's about the size of it.
Whoa.
So I'm like, sweet. Still gonna have like this much, right? Okay. However, just as I was about to cut it again, ding dong. And 2 more of my friends came over. And they're like, hey, we're in the neighborhood, and your mom said you're having a party sub. You didn't have it without us. I'm like, no, I didn't. So how many people are there now?
4.
There's 4 people. How many pieces will I need?
4.
Talk to your group about that. How many pieces? Okay. How many pieces? Pravnor?
4.
And why 4?
So first there were 2 people, and then 2 people came, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. So that's what we 4.
Okay. How much is each piece going to be worth? If 2 people got 1/2, you may not know what the word's called, but you might be able to think about how to represent it and how to draw it. Why don't you talk to your group about that? How much would each person get?
27.
I'm gonna done some work.
1/4.
How much do you think that?
1/4. Because each person gets 1, and it's all together. 4/4. 4/4.
What will one person get?
These 4 people get 4 pieces.
Okay, great, Jews, what do you think? How much would each person get? Ganor?
1.
1? We'll just call it 1?
No. 1/4.
1/4? What would 1 be? What would the number 1 represent?
1.
If I said everyone's getting 1, what would that mean?
1 of something.
Amel? Or sorry, yeah, Amel.
Everybody's getting something, but it's supposed to be single.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna get a single party sub. But how many party subs do I have? 1. So we can't say 1, but we can say 1/4 of the sub. So how do I figure out 1/4? No. How do I figure out 1/4? What do you need to do? I get the half. Let's cut it in half. How can I make 4 pieces? How do I make 4 pieces? I get the half. I'm like, okay, cut it in half. How do I make 4 pieces? Great.
Like we could do the ruler and split it in half.
Okay, so I can split this in half this way?
Yeah, then you could do like a one more time with the 1/2. So we can make 2. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. The other half.
So I want to split the sub literally in half that way?
So in the middle.
Oh, in the middle. Okay, I get that. Let's split the sub in half. Yeah, and then what do I have to do?
And then we can take the end of the 1/2 and then we can put on the other half. So it makes like another.
So I'm going to take this piece and put it over here?
So like so you take one of the half and then to like fold it.
Yeah.
And then you can open it up and cut it in the middle.
Oh, so I'm going to cut. So you want me to cut this piece in half and then cut this one in half?
You're gonna like fold it and then take it out so you can see where by lining it up, so then you can see the middle. Then you can cut it. Then you can do the same thing on the other half.
So you want me to half the other half? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Does everyone agree with that?
No.
Okay, I'm hearing no's, I'm hearing yeses. So why no? What should I do? So Greed's saying I should take this half and then half what's left. Right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Is that right?
No.
I still hear no's. Don't do anything yet. You don't know what we're working on. What did I say? Rule number 1 is? And not touch until you're sure. Thank you. Ivry?
It's because there's 4 pieces of like squares.
Yeah, there's 4 pieces that I have. Do I have 4 pieces? Are they all equal?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
So Navjot, you're the only one saying no. Why?
Because that.
So no as well. They're not equal?
No, because
the end and that end are not equal.
How do you know? How do you know this end and this end's not equal?
Because this one's kind of longer. And
So how do I know for sure?
Kind of shorter.
So if I measure it, what should I have?
This
That's 20,
1, 2,
and that's 20.
and then you need 22 more.
So if these are 20 and these are 20, are they all equal?
Yeah.
Actually, there's another.
How did you know
that I did
before?
it. Yeah. It like actually.
I might be over a little bit.
The way that I like from them, like so there's 4 people, so like from both ends they're equal. But if you look in the center, like right here, they're not so equal.
Well, I just took this piece. I literally drew the line straight down.
Actually, they are equal. I could even say that like. First, you could just like fold in half and then take the half and then fold it again. And then you could just cut all the parts where it was folded. So then you could confirm that it's right.
Mm-hmm. So what's the most important thing though? How many pieces should I have? 4. So I'm going to fold it. And then we're going to fold it in half. Okay? Okay, so you can do that.
I just have to. I'm done.
Once you've done it, you can cut. As you cut, I want you to think of one thing, if you could. What do you notice between this number and this number? Okay? Do you notice anything between the two? Between a quarter or a fourth and a half? Anything? Like even if I put them, like did you play with them at all?
Yeah.
Did you look at them?
Yeah.
Garit, what do you see?
So like they're like two halves of one. Like both of the halves to make one half.
Sorry, what was that?
Two halves to make one half.
2 halves make 1 half?
But for the ball one, like it's like two halves.
So 2 of these. So if this is a quarter, and this is a quarter, do I say 2 halves?
2 out of 1.
What do you think I have? If I have a quarter and I have a quarter, how many quarters do I have?
How was it?
50.
So if I have 1 quarter and I have another quarter, how many quarters do I have?
2.
2.
I thought you were asking us how much.
So it's called 2 quarters. Fractions are similar to adding like numbers. We have relationships now when we deal with them.
What am I?
It's called a relationship when you look at one number to the other number. So I have 2 quarters. So Garit's saying that 2 quarters equal 1 half. Oh. I don't know, do they?
Maybe no.
Oh. Is there a way we can find out?
Yeah, I'll measure it. I measured it and I got 43 centimeters.
I looked up.
So 2 of these are going to equal exactly to 1 of these brown ones. Can you prove that to me?
Yeah.
Okay, prove it to me right now. Try it.
Okay.
See if Garit's hypothesis checks out. So take 2 of yours and see if they fit exactly in the same shape as that brown one.
Yes.
You count.
Yes. 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 Yes.
No?
No. No. You're moving it up.
Are they exactly the same distance lengthwise? Don't worry about area because I can't cut straight. I can't cut straight very well, but yeah. Yeah, it does. 2 quarters equals 1 half. So we're gonna stop there because we have to go to gym.